Rodwave, let's talk about it.
Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at turbotax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at turbotax.com/beatyourprice.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Review Season 10. This is the third day of the back-to-back special. We're dropping 2 episodes a day. So after you're done hearing this episode, go check out the next episode. That's already been uploaded. Guys, today we're doing Rodwave. Rodwave and Glorilla. That's the bangers. That's the 2 bangers we're checking out today from both of these projects. Now, Rodwave. We've been talking about Rodwave for quite a while now. We also just covered a track off the album that had Lil Yachty, Lil Yachty and Lil Baby. Good song, pretty decent, good song. I think Lil Yachty just, dropped the ball a little bit, but also he did pretty decent too. So yeah, Rodwave, this is like the 4th or 5th track off the album. This is 25, one of the biggest tracks off the album. This track even got a music video because it was one of, the biggest ones blowing up on YouTube and streaming services, etc. So that's really good, Rodwave killing it like always. 25. Let's talk about it, guys. As a man who's not even reached 5 years of this show, we're only heading into the 4th year. We're on 3 years now. I'll say this, hey, Rodwave's been killing it ever since. This man's been dropped some of the best music out there, 100%. And yeah, guys, let's talk about this song. 25. This is no features, no nothing. And yeah, hey, I had a couple of points I want to get off my chest. Starting off with number 1, I really enjoy the beat. The beat's pretty good. I mean, the beat is pretty nice. Now, you might say, Music Critic, you've been complaining for Rodwave for the past 3 episodes about his boring-ass beats. How is this one not a boring-ass beat? And for that to say...
With Uber Reserve, good things come to those who plan ahead. Family vacay? Reserve your ride as soon as you book your flights. To all the planners, now you can reserve your Uber ride up to 90 days in advance. See Uber app for details.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Go to Blinds.com for 40% off site-wide. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
In this ad for the Mobile One brand, I have 30 seconds to talk about driving, which might be what you're doing right now. Maybe you're in the car, you're free, you're in control, on an open road with an open calendar. Your mind is wandering, and you're going with it. Or maybe you're stuck at work, in meetings, or emails, or worse, meetings about emails. And if that's the case, there's only one question. Why? Mobile One, for the love of driving. Visit loveofdriving.us/radio to learn more.
I say this. Who the hell put out those Rodwave singles? It couldn't have been Rodwave himself. Because those singles were bad, man. Some of them singles were boring as hell. But no, when we really start diving into Rodwave's music, this man does pick good beats. And I think this is one of those examples where, yes, the beat actually hits. The sample of the beat actually goes well together. I like the background vocals. I love how the sample is kind of boosting the song up. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, I like how the background vocals are kind of, boosting up the song and really just making it even more of an enjoyable experience to listen to. And I really enjoy that. I'm glad that this is, I'm glad that this is around 100%. The beat is very fire. Now, my second point. I really enjoy the verses. I think the verses from Rodwave were some of the best. Now, I'm going to go into detail later, but here's my overall consistency of these two verses. We're going to dive into detail as later on in the review. But for now, I just want to say this. I really love the flow of these verses. I think they were good. We even had some flow switches. We also had, which I've been wanting Rodwave to do for a long time, switch it up vocally, but switch it up vocally in a good way and not in a, basically, if I wanted Rodwave to switch it up, usually he just does the weird, like, monotone, like, rap voice. This is more, stretching his vocals out more, really, putting his vocals out there, and I really, really love that. Yeah, I love the vocal switch-ups here. I'm really glad that this is in the first verse, and it gets better in the second verse, which is really enjoyable. I'm glad Rodwave is, still experimenting with his vocals. And this is a good song to put on for people who saying Rodwave can't sing, or his vocals are whiny. This is some of the best I've heard from Rodwave vocal-wise, just really expressing those vocals, really just, going crazy, and I really, really enjoy that. I'm glad that Rodwave did that. Killed it. Now, my third point, the hook. How do we feel about the hook? Well, I'm going to go into more detail later, but my overall thoughts about the hook is simple. The hook is okay. In the beginning, it's okay, but it gets better as the background vocals and all that stuff really help out the hook. And it really just, gets the hook, just a great vibe, great vocal, great background vocals, great use of the sample. Hook overall evens out and becomes a pretty good hook. So, guys, those are my points. Those are the points I want to get off my chest. Let's really start diving in. I'm going to go into more detail about this song. Let's really dive in. This is for the ADHD people. Put down your phone. Let's really dive into this review. Rodwave 25. Man, 25. You are in the point of your life where you're in the mid-crisis, I guess you could say. You're almost old and you're almost going 30, I guess. You're not really old. I guess you're more tired, I guess you could say. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the beat. Now, the beat's a pretty easy sample, trap soul type beat. It sounds good, it's good, it has a nice groove to it. I love how Rodwave really uses his beat and really uses the strengths of this beat really well and really just absolutely just goes crazy on this beat. And I really enjoy that. Now, the beat's really good, the production is absolutely on top, but let's really dive into the verses. Now, the first verse of the Rodwave song is really good. The flow. I love the flow. I love how he's switching up vocally, which I'm always going to advocate. I'm always going to express vocal switch-ups in the beat, everything. These things all, gosh darn dang, matter. And you really need these things to really, make a song enjoyable to listen to. You want to go back and listen to the song. You want to go back and, I want to pick up this detail. I want to pick up this detail. Oh, I can hear this, or I can hear this switch up. And you're not saying any of this shit out loud. You're not, telling anybody this is why you enjoy the song. But that's kind of in your head. Because if there's not any of those switch ups, guess what? The song is just boring, basic. You've heard something like this before, and guess what? You immediately turn it off, and you go to the next thing. We are so used to just sticking with our old music. It is hard to get new songs streamed because, hey, everybody is fighting for it. And I love when, artists like Rodwave, who have been known to, keep it basic, to keep it basic vocally, to keep it basic on the hook, the verses. When you have somebody like Rodwave taking in that criticism and really no, I'm not going to do whiny vocals. I'm not going to do the same thing. No, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to really sing my heart out. Really going to express myself vocally, and I really enjoy that. And I'm glad that we're seeing that from Rodwave. The first verse on here is absolutely amazing. I love the flow switch-ups, the singing, the melodic vocals. Everything here just absolutely hit. And then that leads off to the second verse. The second verse was great too. And when that second verse has those flow switch-ups, and then those flow switches lead off to the hook, and then the hook has a switch-up. And that's why I want to get into the hook. Because, guys, the hook is absolutely good and it's amazing. It has like multiple switch ups. It starts out kind of boring, but then it gets better. He starts switching it up flow wise and really just, making the hook an enjoyable experience with those sample vocals, with those background vocals, with those, vocals harmonizing. Guys, overall, the production was pretty good. The verses were pretty good. The hook was pretty good. And overall, this is a pretty good Rodwave song. And, guys, hey, I said I wasn't going to record today. I was like, you know what? We've been pumping out content already. I can come back on Monday night because I really want to watch football. But hey, after, the Lions won tonight, I really realized, hey, like the Lions, you got to keep playing hard. Even if, I'm not all there mentally or physically right now. But hey, overall, great song by Rodwave. I'm going to give this song an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. What you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Thank you so much for listening. Don't go anywhere. Go check out the next episode. We're doing a Glorilla review featuring Lotto. So go check that out next. This is the back-to-back special. 2 episodes a day. We'll be back with the 5th day, Monday night. So get ready for that. But guys, go check out the next episode.